There are some stunning golf courses out there, and professional golfers play on the most stunning ones of all. Still, there are some that many professional golfers agree are just not fun to play on. Today, we're going to check out some of the golf courses that pro players hate. There are courses in stunning settings, the happiest place on earth, and even more. Let's check out all the mind-blowing details. First, we have Jack Nicklaus Private Course. Let's start with one that is considered to be a classic in golfing circles, the Private Course by Jack Nicklaus. Those that have played there might be shocked that pro golfers seem to really hate this course, but there are a few reasons for that. Jack Nicklaus has designed some of the most stunning courses in the world, but it seems like for the pros, this course just had too much going on. He tried to push into too many points of interest in a relatively flat site, and it just ends up feeling slightly weird. It is also considered to be one of the easiest courses on the PGA West, and for professionals, that might not be a positive point. But one thing that does sound positive is the fact that it isn't insanely large by most standards. It sounds like this is one of those courses where a regular player can go out and have a really enjoyable day of golf, if you can afford the fees for these types of courses, of course. But there are just others that pro golfers enjoy more. Next up, Disney's Palm Golf Course. The happiest place on earth doesn't seem to make pro golfers very happy. They aren't super enthusiastic about Disney's Palm Golf Course at Lake Buena Vista. Now, I'm not a pro by any means, but it looks like a really fun course to play on. But driving around in a Mickey golf cart just might not be these pros' thing. It could be a case of the game being a bit too serious for the setting it is in. One thing that is serious, the wildlife that you could encounter during your game. There are warnings everywhere about alligators, snakes, and other wildlife that might be around while you move around the course. This is Florida after all, and that's not really surprising, but it doesn't seem to be the thing that has made the pros hate the Palm. Instead, some have said that it felt very dated to play on. A fair observation. It did definitely need an update, and the company knew that too. That's why they got the Arnold Palmer Design Company to completely redesign the course. Then they did a major renovation, including creating some entirely new green complexes and bunkers. It has a lot to offer now. Some of the professionals weren't super excited by the plans for the new update, but no word yet if they still hate the course just as much. Now we have Royal St. George's Golf Course. This course in England is for sure on the list of courses that are most hated by the world's leading golf champions. The one reason is that it is just such a tough course to play. Almost everyone agrees that it is the hardest course in the Open rotation, and that you never really know what you're going to get when you play there. As of the last year, there has only been one winner of this championship that has finished with a score that was better than 5 under par. Everyone else ended with that score or worse, and those are the people who are winning the game. Gary Player has even said that the course probably shouldn't be on the Open Rota. Tom Watson, who is a 5-time Open champ, said that it's a course you never really understand. If some of the best players in the world feel that way, then it must be a really tough course to play on. Even Tiger Woods has lost a ball or two on this course. It is such a strange course where it feels like you never completely know where your ball can go wrong every step of the way. For sure, that is challenging to play on, and that might be what makes the championship fun to watch for spectators. There is never a dull moment, but it is a course that pros hate to play on. Up next, TPC San Antonio. This one has been rated one of the worst courses by players a few times through the years. It seems like they just don't like it. This tournament players club isn't available for just anyone to play, but from the sounds of it, even those that have to play there aren't super keen on doing so. The Oaks course, where the Valeros Texas Open is held, was designed by Greg Norman, and according to players, it had the opportunity to be phenomenal thanks to the property that it is built on, but it ended up being a complete disaster, as some pros have called it. It is a really hard course to play and has some really unique short par 4s. The 18th hole has been called one of the most underrated and frustrating closing holes the professionals play. Some of the professional golfers have also said that there is just too much of this course and that they would prefer it to have been severely shortened. One anonymous pro even said that the greens need to be blown up. The putting surfaces are pretty wild. It sounds like this one holds a lot of frustration for the players who go to play there. Have you ever had the chance to play on any of the courses that we're talking about today? What did you think of them? Let us know all your thoughts in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you. Next up, we will check out more courses that pro golfers hate to play on, including some of the most beautiful destinations in the world. Let's check it out. Now we have Torrey Pines Golf Course. This iconic golf course still has to be one of the most beautiful courses in the entire United States. It just has a stunning backdrop. The course sits on a cliff and it overlooks the Pacific Ocean. There really couldn't be a more beautiful view for a game of golf. Golfers respect the course for its level of difficulty, but it sounds like they don't particularly like to play there, especially not on the south south side that has been redone. Most of the players that have commented on this course have said that the north side is a lot more fun to play than the south side, and they really hope they don't try and redo that side too, just to keep up with the times. They prefer to keep playing it the way it is, but at the same time, one major issue that players have with Torrey Pines Golf Course is how inconsistent the course is. There are a few holes that are really fun to play, and then there are some terrible ones, and that trend just keeps on going right through the course. They did do some more construction on the south course last year, so we will have to wait and see if the pro golfers like it more after that. Up next, TPC Louisiana. This is another golf course that has a lot going on, but it seems like some pro golfers feel like it could possibly be a little bit too much. The course was designed by Peter Dye and lies in Avondale, Louisiana. It's home to the Zurich Classic of New Orleans. The tournament has done a lot to spice things up and make it world-class, and still, many of the world's best golfers just don't show up at this Open. And it could be because they really just don't like playing on this course. It is challenging for players, but overall a little forgetful for fans to watch. The course just isn't super exciting, and it still has a lot of challenging features. It has a mind-blowing 103 bunkers, many mounds, and the greens are challenging. It can be a hard course to play, but despite that, or possibly because of that, pro golfers just aren't super interested in playing there. They have no plans to redesign the course anytime soon, but they do regularly do needed upkeep. For example, making sure that the grass is on top form and to switch out grass in the areas that need it. Hopefully, that will help to attract more pros to the tournament. And now we have TPC Four Seasons Resort, Las Colinas. Many players feel like this course could be the worst golf course on the entire PGA Tour. One even said that it is the worst course we ever play on tour, just terrible all around. That sounds a little bit harsh, but it sounds like there are a number of players who feel this way. Not even the fact that it is connected to a Four Seasons resort can save this course from being hated by pro golfers. The course had a complete redesign in 2008, but that didn't do much to make players hate it any less. It sounds like they still can't stand it. As one pro said, it was bad to begin with, and they still haven't gotten it right. It doesn't leave much hope for improvement at this point. Which golf course is the most fun for you to watch as a fan of the game? Let us know. Thanks for watching.